I like shifting things. So just imagine right now that it's Braveheart and you're ready for war. So, I'm ready for war. Alright, so now you're going to close your eyes, and I want you to imagine your dream practice, not just your dream practice, but how it would affect the community that you're in. Go ahead. I'll give you 15 seconds. Dream practice, and how is it affecting the community that you're in? On what scale is it affecting the community that you're in? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hopefully some of you didn't struggle with that, and maybe you did. And the good thing is, if you're a little bit farther out from graduation, you have some time to perfect that. Yeah, so I am super excited right now, and I was like on a high yesterday. You can ask Morgan. It's just because on Wednesday I gave my first health talk in practice, and I got to adjust people in practice, and I got to do it my way. And it's just like, whoa, like I don't have to ask this person about what their pain is today. I don't have to be incongruent with how I'm trying to reach and impact my community. And it was just very, 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 I can't even tell you how exciting it was. And just so, like, when people say it's good in practice, it's good in practice. I'm watching my cuss words as we continue. So I'm going to start with a big question. And this question is, do people need chiropractic to heal? Anybody any answers? Did anything? No. Do people need chiropractic to heal? What is heal? Right? Heal means to become more whole. Do people need chiropractic to heal? Or do they use chiropractic to heal? They use chiropractic to heal. Do people need religion to get closer to God? Or do they use religion to get closer to God? Do people need Kundalini yoga to get more enlightened? Or do they use that practice to become more enlightened? So if we realize that people don't need chiropractic to heal, why do we keep selling fear-based models? Has anybody heard this one? This is a good one. What's the difference between subluxation and cancer? Time. That's real shit. Sorry. That is actual people in their report of findings. That's happening in certain management groups. Subluxation is the silent killer. Has anybody heard that? It's happening. So basically, there's a current fear-based model that subluxation kills. The only difference between cancer and subluxation is time. And that, or you come in and look how jacked your spine is, your life has to be horrible, and you're going to need to see me for at least this long. Right? We're binding people. We don't want to bind people, we want to bond with people. So how can you position yourself, and this is this talk, how's chiropractic going to position itself in the 21st century, but also how are you going to position yourself in the community? We want to be love and light and joy and peace and happiness and promote health. How can we use that and stay on that aspect and keep that the motivating factor for people? See, I think a lot of times what happens is in the business of chiropractic, it's a lot easier, so people think, to control people by fear. I just read a book by Napoleon Hill called Outwitting the Devil, and it talks about, it's actually a really, really good book, same guy that wrote Think and Grow Rich, that the devil uses fear to control the drifters. And about 98% of the world are drifters, and that's people that don't think for themselves. Is that true or true? True. Right? And so why would we continue that same fear-based model? How can we make a shift? So right now, I have the opportunity, as I go and I speak to my community, and I create my own practice, so awesome, to not go there. And there's a difference between wisdom and knowledge, so we're going to see when the pavement hits the road, or when the tires hit the road, how that works. So what we want to do is we want to empower people, right? And you empower them by giving them something to move towards, by giving them faith. So what I'm doing, I'm going to kind of, let's say what I'm doing. 30-day dedications towards health. So when people come in, they're going to actually fill out what they're trying to accomplish, where they're trying to go. And then that way, every time they come in, I'm not asking you where you're at today, but how are you on your progress to where you're trying to be? And then making the pay schedule and everything around that. So like, let's instead of saying like, I need my pay structure to be similar to what the hell everybody else is doing, I'm getting rid of it, everything. It's like, we're going to make it so that every time you come in, we are centered and we are focused to where we're trying to go. So how am I going to communicate subluxation? Subluxation is stuck. Subluxation is stuck in perspective. Does that make sense to people? We're stuck in perspective, so what are we doing by adjusting people? You're allowing space and you're breaking pattern. Any upper cervical practitioners in here know that when you take a Titron scan to somebody's neck, you see a pattern. When you adjust their neck, you see a shift in pattern. You're allowing space for them to change their habits, break their negative cycles. Can these cycles be in pain and everything else? Can I have a muscular pattern that holds me in pain? And then they come in, start getting worked, and we break the cycle, we break the pattern, now they're out of pain. But can they also have a cycle of depression and anxiety? Can I see somebody that's depressed make a shift if they come in and they're working towards where they're trying to go? Some dude came up with the happiness advantage, right? It was 21 days. If you take 21 days, and you, every day, 3 days, you think of 3 things that you're grateful for, you journal about one of them, you meditate, you exercise, and you have a random act of kindness. It changed people's happiness. Because happiness is not external, it's internal. Well, what did that do for people's physiology? It changed their stress rates. It changed their stress rates. We know what stress does to the body, right? Stress deteriorates everything. You make better decisions or worse decisions when you're less stressed. Better decisions. So we can change people's happiness if we can reintroduce new pattern, breaking pattern, allow space for them to heal, become more whole, and give them that like opportunity of growth. That's how we can position chiropractic. Well, that's how I'm going to position chiropractic. And that's the lovely thing for each and every one of you, is that you can do the same thing. And of course, I can talk up here and just promote it, and really it's a theory, right? And that's an unfortunate aspect of being in school. A lot of it's just theory. But I got this whole quarter as a preceptor to do it, and hopefully at the end of this quarter I'll come back to this club and be like, this stuff works, right? And that's the most exciting thing. And just when people talk, it's like nothing else but wisdom versus knowledge. Knowledge is not experiential, right? Knowledge can be education. Always trust wisdom over knowledge. Trust wisdom. But I think we just have a unique opportunity right now to position chiropractic as this new edge. Like I say, the neurology of an adjustment supports we're breaking cycles. Heidi Hav is doing a ton of research on this right now. So we have the research there. We have, if you do a full body EMG scan, you see muscle patterns. If you do a Titron scan, you see nerve patterns of how the blood's flowing. Break the pattern. Allow them to make shift in their life. Focus on the positive. Focus on the future and what's going to be. And then I think that's where we're going. That's it. So thank you. Thanks for listening.